Did you know that you can make fall off the bone barbecue ribs in 35 minutes using an Instapot? Well, you can, and I'm going to show you how to do it. The best thing about summer is being able to cook outside and have barbecue. Unfortunately, as we get into fall and winter, our days of cooking outside, if you live in the Midwest like I do, are over. But great news, you can now do that inside in the warmth of your own home. So let's get started. I'm excited to show you this recipe. All right, let's take a look at our ingredients for this recipe. Of course, you're gonna need some barbecue sauce, and you can use whatever barbecue sauce you want. Unfortunately, Chicago is not known for their barbecue sauce, so we don't have as many awesome choices as some other areas of the country, but Sweet Baby Ray's is one of my favorites, so it will do. You're also going to need some, of course, some ribs. Now, this is 2 pounds of ribs because it's just my husband and I. The recipe calls for 4 pounds of ribs, which obviously would be way too much for the two of us. Now, normally I buy my ribs at the butcher, but I just did not feel motivated to make an extra stop at the butcher. So I bought these just at the local grocery store. We will see how these are. Also going to have some smoked paprika, some apple cider vinegar, some sea salt. Now I only have coarse, and I should probably go out and buy stuff that's not coarse, but that'll do. I have brown sugar, pepper, and some garlic powder, and that is it. So let's get cooking. You're going to start off by mixing the brown sugar, sea salt, garlic powder, smoked paprika, and pepper in a small bowl. Then it's time to get the ribs out of the packaging. Give them a good rinse and pat dry with a paper towel. Then you need to get the membrane off the back. Now, the best way to do it that I found is to use a paper towel and try to get underneath that membrane, and hopefully you can pull it off in larger chunks. Sometimes you're not that lucky and it takes a little while. Luckily this time it wasn't too bad. I was able to get a couple of really good big chunks off at a time. Then you're going to take your rub and spread it all over the ribs and pat it in. Try to rub it right into the meat so it absorbs as much as possible. I always do the front, the sides, and the back. Now, I made a lot less ribs than the recipe calls for. It called for 4 pounds. I made 2 pounds, but I made the same amount of rub just because it is so good and it's important to have a lot. If you end up making half the amount of ribs, I still recommend going by the recipe and making the full rub, because as you can see, I used all of it and I probably would have put more on it if I had it. Now it's time to get the Instapot out and get that plugged in. Now here's a question. Why don't they give you a longer cord for this Instapot? It just drives me nuts. I wish the cord was longer. Then you're gonna add in your apple cider vinegar and your water. Now something I noticed about making it this time is the recipe calls for 1 cup of apple cider vinegar and 1 cup of water. And the apple vinegar taste was a little bit too strong for my liking. So I would recommend doing 1.5 cups of water and in half a cup of apple cider vinegar, or instead of apple cider vinegar, make it with apple juice instead, which it does say you can do in the recipe. Then you're going to put in your trivet, put in the ribs, and you're going to set this to high pressure for 20 minutes and wait for that to cook. Once it's done cooking, you're going to let it do a natural release for 10 minutes, which basically means you do not touch that valve. You just let it be and let it naturally release. After 10 minutes, then you'll flip that valve to venting, let the rest of the steam come out, and then take out the ribs and add your favorite barbecue sauce on the top and just spread it all over. I use a baster just to get it all nice and evenly on top and the sides and the bottom, all over, and you can never have too much barbecue sauce. So once you get the perfect amount of barbecue sauce all over, then you're going to pop this baby in the oven for 5 minutes on the broil settings. Make sure you're doing it for broil. That will allow the barbecue sauce, the barbecue sauce to cook a little bit on the top and get nice and gooey. And look how great these turned out. It smells delicious. They are sizzling, and there's just nothing better than a wonderful rack of ribs. It's just amazing how easy it is to make these in the Instapot and still get fall off the bone ribs. Very easy to cut. I probably could have used a butter knife to cut them. That's how tender and fall off the bone they are. So I'm excited to get these all plated and give them a try. And there it is. Yummy, yummy ribs. Still sizzling. Oh, some green beans. Some noodles. And just had a hot dog. Right.
Oh, that was a good hot dog.
Cheers.
Kansas is bad.
Kansas City.
All right, take a bite of those ribs.
CLA taste.
Funny as you were wearing this shirt the last time I had you do a taste test. People are gonna think you wear the same thing every day.
This is what I wear on the weekend.
Do you have the salt?
Yep.
Will you pass it to me?
Good.
How is it?
Very good.
Tender? Fall off the bone?
Hot.
And hot, yeah.
Because it was a hot sauce?
No, not that kind of hot.
Temperature hot.
Mom,
Yep, say.
can you put the salt
All
on
off the
the
bone.
green beans, please?
Fall off the bone ribs in the Instapot.
Ew, are you eating the bone?
No, Jack is going to.
No, it's not. All right, everyone. So that's it. That is the ribs. They are delicious and yummy. I can't wait to dig in. I hope that.
Well, what about the thing for my dinner? To see how it tastes.
Oh. All right, try your dinner. Let's see how it tastes.
Well, the hot dog was good, so I need to add some salt.
Okay, take some salt.
I'm just going to ignore that fork you have sitting next to you.
Really good.
Yeah.
Probably as good as the ribs.
Probably not. All right, everyone. So that's it. That's the ribs. They are fall off the bone delicious. It was nice and easy in the Instapot. Then you pop it and broil it for just a couple more minutes.
Yeah.
So definitely recommend. So let me know if you try it. Comment below. And also, too, if you have a good barbecue sauce that you recommend, definitely leave that in the comments below, because I definitely want to make this more in the wintertime and would love to hear your suggestions on some barbecue sauces. And hold on, Kane's got something to say before we close it out.
Oh, and also remember, make sure you like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss another video, and write in the comments how good are the ribs. How good are the ribs that you could make?
All right. Now, what do I always end my videos with?
You always end your videos. See ya in the next one. Bye-bye, everyone.